Hey everyone, I'm Anastasia, your host for Anastasia's Hump Day Happenings. Today I'm going to share with you 3 steps in how to set healthy emotional boundaries. Keep your friends and colleagues on social media because those political posts and rants, the complaining is draining. I'm not the only one who's feeling this way. In fact, 55% of social media users in the United States say they are worn out by political posts. You think? All right, let's identify what is unhealthy to healthy. Unhealthy emotional boundaries, they leave you exposed to being affected by others' words and actions. I fell into that category when I would see political posts, and it's not that I can't learn from different views. It's when the posts are forced, like the opinion is forced upon you, or the complaining and the ranting becomes one where I can sense the stress in my body. I can clench my teeth. I just know I'm able to identify what is unhealthy because I'm becoming affected by others' words and actions. How to recognize healthy emotional boundaries is when you now have the ability to separate your own feelings from others. Now, I will say it's a little easier on social media to do this than what I would traditionally recommend how you set healthy emotional boundaries, because when you set a boundary, generally, one, you have to set it, then you have to make sure you know how to communicate it with kindness and clarity, and then of course set the consequence. You don't necessarily have to communicate it on social media. I'm going to share with you 3 steps for you to do this successfully. Step 1, ask yourself when you see the post, and I'm going to give an example of colleagues that I would see posts from. So ask yourself, what do I need that I'm not getting? And I know this sounds so generic, but really what I'm going for, I'll give you an example. When I go into a colleague's a site, a colleague could be somebody from a clinician to a speaker on leadership, anywhere in between. And I'm going to get added value, somehow that I can grow as a professional. Some of them I can grow in my personal life. Basically an invite to connection, collaboration. It is not an invite to chaos. And how to distinguish that especially when you're looking for colleagues. Some of you may be able to see it with friends and family, but I'm going to hone in on colleagues, is when that person has a disconnect on their feed or on their page with their craft. That's when you know it's time for you to set a healthy boundary, because what you're needing, you're not getting. Which leads us to step 2. Step 2 is snooze through the news. Snooze through the news. I'm talking when you see their post, then just hit it looks like a hamburger, so it's 3 little dots basically. If you hit it, it'll say, hey, do you want to snooze for 30 days? Yes, you do. That is 30 days of peace. Step 3, set a consequence. A consequence would be after the 30 days, you will see that person back in your feed. Then you have to go back to step 1 and think, okay, what do I need that I'm not getting? And recognize what the consequence would be. A consequence would be if there is still more of a forcefulness, a rant, complaining, disconnect from the craft, then it is okay to unfollow or block. The whole point for you to set a consequence is to follow through. What you need is not negativity, toxicity in your life. What you need is to progress to what you care about. Go towards where you will grow, and that is both in your personal and professional life. I hope these 3 steps are really helpful to you, especially during this time of election anxiety. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Share this content if you did feel it added value to you, and like this channel, join me every single week. And until next Wednesday, take what you learn and make a difference with it.